Hi everyone, I'm Marieanne, the Artsie Crafter. Welcome to my channel. Today I am off with the fairies. Yes, you heard, I am off with the fairies, both literally and figuratively speaking. All this month of February, I'm off with the fairies. I mean, any time of the year I'm off with the fairies because you have to talk to my husband and he'll tell you I'm always off with the fairies because I'm always sitting there daydreaming about some project that I'm wanting to do. So anyway, this is a today we're going to be doing this little pocket here, fairy pocket in this my February Forest Fairies journal. So if you like to see how I made this pocket with little fairies, then stay stay around because that's what we'll be doing today. So without muttering any more and fumbling over my words, let's get started. Okay then. This is what I'll be using to make the pocket today. I just cut out some fairy images from the internet, and then I just painted them black, cut them out and painted them black. So there's 5 of those. I don't know where I'll be using all those, but those I'll be using one plain book page and one book page coffee dye, and then this is just some a page that comes from the front of a book, so it's just a nice textured paper. And then there's 2 pages from two fairy books that are children's fairy books that I'll be using the images today, mushrooms and this tree. And then this here, if you can see through it, it's just ordinary tissue, your Kleenex tissues or personal tissues that I pulled the ply, so it's just a 1 ply. And then I just sprayed it with water, and then I sprayed it with these colors, and then I let it dry, and gives you that sort of gossamer effect, which I think is very pretty and suits the fairy theme. So anyway, we'll start with the making the pocket, and I'm going to be working in this journal, and I'll be working on this page here. It's just a coffee dyed background page, so I'll just put that aside for now, and we'll do some stamping first on some of these here. So this is going to be the pocket that I'll be making. So I'm just going to do some text stamping and some and a butterfly. There's a butterfly there with some, put that on there with some ink. So I got the wrong color, or the black one. Excuse me for a moment. So put that one aside, and this is the one I want. Black permanent ink. And so just going to stamp a bit of text on this panel here. Oops. Okay, just leave that aside. And then on this panel here, I'm just going to do all over because I don't know, this will be torn out and I don't know exactly where, but hopefully you'll see some of this. I didn't want to do the whole lot. Oh, it doesn't really matter, I suppose. Oops. There you go. And then I'm going to do a butterfly, I think. Not quite sure what my plan is, but I think I might do a butterfly. Just one up here because I have no idea where I'll be tearing out. But anyway, that will do for now to start with. So we'll put them aside. And then this, got some ink on there, never mind. Get our journal, and I guess I should make sure I want to get rid of this bit here, and so I'll just get rid of that first. My ruler. I'll tear that off. Oh, that's on the stamp, isn't it? Oh, that's. I still want to get rid of some of that. So, oops, got things all over the place here at the moment. So if I tear off half inch, which is what, 1¼ centimeters. Like that. Oh, that was good. Good shot. Okay, hold it firmly and then tear. There we go. Okay, we got that far, and then I'm going to tear the top edge here. This is fairly stiff paper, so do that to start with, and then done them in. Now I can work out how high I'm going to put this pocket. I think I want it about there, so I will mark to there. About there, I think. So that's a bit neat. Okay, that line and that line. And I'll tear this out. There we go. And how far? I didn't mark the side, did I? Oh well. I think about there will do. Okay, so that will become our bottom pocket, like that. And I will ink up the edges later, but before I do that, we're going to put, I will do the background first before we start putting any decorations on the pocket. I think I'll glue the pocket on first before we do that. So now it's a case of, I just want to put some contrast in the background here, so I'm going to tear out a panel here like that, and then this one will go here, and then I've also got some butcher paper that I didn't get out. Is it? No, it's just we got lunch bag paper. It's not enough contrast. I need the butcher paper. Butcher paper. If I can find some. It's about the same color, isn't it? Oh, that will have to do. So I'm going to have that, like, tear it out and just put it on the background. Got that stamped, that's fine. So I'm going to have the background like that, and then I'm just going to tear a panel out here. Let's just go for it and do it like that. And I will tear this one out too. I wonder how that's sort of like on an angle. If I get rid of this part first, that will help. Oh, that's my hand stitching down the bottom there. We'll tear that bit out. I was experimenting anyway. So, and then I will tear, I'm going to tear this side out, so I'll just tear some fairly straight, and then can tear this one. Okay, and this one here. Okay, I'll tear that down. Okay, we're getting there. So I'll have that up there. And then this piece will go here. Just doing this for some contrast. And then this panel will go here. Well, this is fairly straight. Go there, but I want it over here further, so I'll sort that out in a minute. And this panel here is going to be torn out, and it's going to sit on the top here, so that's going to be a delicate procedure. So it will sit there like that. So this edge here I might do first, see if it works out. I was going to wet the edge and just pull it apart, but this is, it's tearing where I want it pretty much, so I won't, hopefully I won't have to do that. And so that's going to go there, and then this pocket will go over the top, and when I ink up all the edges it will make more sense. So this is going to be the background. So I want that butterfly like that, so I'm going to tear this here. So something like that. Can tear off this edge here, so I have this overlapping, and then I wonder if I can tear this straight or not. It'll be interesting. Oh yeah, no, well, almost. Anyway, I'll just roll a pencil down so I know where to cut that, and the bottom, don't need that because the pocket will be down here. Tears better that way, and straighten them up. Okay, and then along here, okay, neaten that up a bit more. So that's how the background is going to be, and that will be the pocket down below. And then I have these little fairies. I'm going to have one who's standing up, and these will be like they're flying around. Well, they are flying around in the, like that, there. And so that's why I wanted the butterfly. That turned out fairly well. I wanted the butterfly up there, so they're flying around with the butterfly. So now this will be down here. I'm going to make a little cluster, and then I've got some mushrooms here. So that might be a bit big. And then play around with these mushrooms. Oh, I forgot this. I want to fussy cut this tree out and put that there. And then these mushrooms, I didn't know whether I want to use these or the ones out of the book. So yeah. And then you've got those little pixies up there. Yes, these are cute too, these ones here. So she's a bit small for those. And that pocket there, I might cut this out, fussy cut this out, and then swish it, see how it goes on the page. And then these, I won't put them in there. This one here is, I want to keep this part, so I'm just going to fussy cut around that tree and see how that goes there. So when I've done that, I'll come back and I'll show you when I've all cut these out. Okay, I'm back. I've fussy cut all these pieces out. I have these other mushrooms here and ferns, but I don't think I'll be using them. I think I've decided I'll put them aside to use what I fussy cut out here. So that's a little mushrooms. I think they were so cute. I did want this to be like a grungy fairy journal, but I couldn't resist those little cuties there, and I cut this out separately. So I didn't do the greatest job in fussy cutting because, you know, I usually love fussy cutting, but, you know, I wasn't really in the mood for it today. Yeah, you know how that goes. So, anyway, I did my best. And then I did this tree with the little owl in it because he's so cute. And I left the rock there. So, and I did also ink, excuse me, I've got a little tickle in my throat, around the edges of the background and the pocket. And so we're all ready to put all this together. And then we stamped that before, but then I went, I thought it was a bit too bright for the background, so I went and I inked. I already just dabbed some ink around there, the same as this book page here. I just dabbed some ink on there because it kind of, you know, was in your face. the you know, I mean, it's light yellow, but it was in your face, and I think it was just too stark for the background. I was going to put these panels in and then glue them down and sew around the edges. I think I might do that, and then I might sew around here and then glue that on, because I don't really fancy trying to glue that, you know, sew that in one piece. So I might go and do that. Glue these down and then sew around the edges and then come back and show you, because yeah, I think that would just give an extra added texture to the page. So, and then we can put all this together. Okay, it won't be long. Okay, I'm back. I apologize, I forgot to show you that I actually used a glue stick and glued all these panels down first, and then I sewed around them. I went a little bit crazy with the stitching. You see I went around several times there. Those little suckers aren't going to come apart anytime soon. So anyway, they can be glued down onto the page now. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then this pocket can be attached. But first of all, I'll put the little owl and the tree on. So let's go ahead and do that. a bit all over the place at the moment. I'm having withdrawals from my little incident I had yesterday. I'm a bit wary of ants at the moment because in my little craft cabin here, the side window hasn't been opened for over a year because it's been so cold up here. And but yesterday it was a bit warm in here, so I opened the window, which is over the little kitchenette sink, and got a big shock. There was an ant nest there, an ant colony, full colony, with all the little eggs and the flying ants, which I think are the females, and then the worker ants. I couldn't work out why we'd get, like half a dozen ants on the kitchen sink every time I came down here, and that was the mystery solved. So when I opened the window, all the ants and the eggs and all that stuff, all the bits and pieces, all fell down onto the bench and into the sink, and they're all up around the edge of the window itself and the window frame, and oh my god, that was a horrible mess. I had to try and evict them all, but in the process the ants fell on the floor. There was dozens and dozens, so I had ants crawling all over me, so you can imagine that wasn't a very pleasant feeling, and some of them bit me, especially on the back last night. I'm sure there were still ants there. They were biting me on the back because yes. So I'm a little bit wary about ants. There was one on my desk before, but he's gone. And then I had a moth and a fly and a little beetle in here. I think nature's telling me I shouldn't try to evict the ants. Who knows? But anyway, so now we'll put this down here. So you're not going to see. I'm glad I kept that there, otherwise it would have been sitting up in midair, I think. So I'll glue the little, just wanted to ground it, give it a border, so that's why I put the little tree there, and of course the little owl. I absolutely love owls, so I had to have him sitting in the trees. It saved me having to go and find a little owl. Whoops, there's a little bit of something I didn't cut out properly. Yes, so that was a bit of a shock. I can still feel them on me today. It's amazing how your mind can play tricks on you like that, because, yeah, your imagination is a wonderful and mysterious thing. So I'll put that there. Get a bit of tissue here. Just keep it away from the edge there. Okay, you want to stay on the edge? Fine. It's fine with me. You can stay there. And then this one won't come down. There we go. Either I put too much glue on or too little. I just can never hit that happy medium. There we go. So I think we're right now to put that pocket down, finally. There. So, yeah, make sure I put the pocket, glue it on the right sides. When I do stitching, I always forget to run my nail over the back side of the stitching to, because you get that raised edge on the stitching on the back side, and I never remember to use my fingernail to push them all down so they're nice and flat. But anyway, it's no big deal anyway, I don't think. Never had an issue with them. Okay, there you go. There's our pocket. See what I mean? Too much glue or not enough? I don't know. You think after all these years I would have got it down perfect by now, but anyway. So I'm going to put the little mushrooms there because they're so cute, and I'll put that one on the end just to complete the scene. And then so I'll do that. I thought I inked the edges, but obviously I didn't. So I'll just do that quickly now. Just get rid of those white edges showing up. Oops. I like this Inca because you've got a point and it gets in all these little nooks and crannies, or most of them anyway. So that's why I use this one, especially when I'm doing these cutouts, fiddly little cutouts. I can get into some of these little tight spaces where those other daubers be impossible. There we go. So glue this down. I got my glasses on. I still can't glue in a straight line. Anyway. See him there? Him. Them. There. And I don't think I did that one either. My end shot. Been having troubles with my camera. It wouldn't do that screen mirroring for me. Don't know why. I love technology when it works, and when it doesn't, it's so frustrating. Luckily, I have a husband who's pretty good at doing all that tech stuff, so I usually go to him and say, help, help, and he usually fixes it for me, so I'm very lucky that way. So now I do want to use these fairies. I know it's very full looking, but I went through all the trouble to cut these little girls out, and what was the other one I was going to put in? This one. So I'm only going to do the 3 now. So I want, thinking about putting this poem in here as a, what do you call it? A journal card. It's about toadstools. So there's one here about, I've peeped around the edges but no, so I thought that'd be good to still have these fairies here. Up here, they're flying around and they're peeping around, trying to find, yeah, I think I wanted that one there and that one. So she's flying that way, so they're all different angles. So I hope you like that. I know they're a bit stark, but I wanted them to pop out, so I have no troubles with black popping out of the page, but I don't like white for some reason. So I have no white walls in my house because, you know, being an artist, I just want to go paint something on them all the time, you know, so yeah, don't put white in my house. It's too tempting to go and paint something on it. So I have her down here. So when I cut these out, I just traced them off the internet, images off the internet, and then I traced them out, and then I put them on cardstock, heavy cardstock, and then on the back, I traced them out on the back, and then on the front I just painted the panel out, and then I cut them out from behind, and you have these. So, I mean, you could do this in, you know, do these kind of cutouts in different colors, just to add a little bit of something to the page. And this page definitely has a little something on it. It's got lots of little somethings. But this is a fairy journal. You can get away with going overboard, I think, in a fairy journal. That's what's so much fun about them, I think. So I don't want them all lined up. So I'll put her there. She's having a great old time flying around. There we go. I was going to put some, what do you call it, some thread along here, you know, that eyelash thread, but I forgot to do that. Anyway, I don't think it needs any more. So there's our little fairy pocket, fairy page. So I hope you like that. If you enjoyed watching me make this little pocket, and you're inspired to go and make one for yourself, please give it a like, a thumbs up, And also, you know, so please think about subscribing to my channel, so we can have a lot more fun together making these pages and journals and all the other kind of crafty things. And anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you all have a happy crafty day. In the next video, I'm going to make a little booklet to go in here, and a little journal card. What did I say I was going to do with the journal card? Oh, that's right, the fairy poem journal card, and then a little booklet out of, going to make them out of, if I've got it here, yes, they're all ready to go, out of tea bags. So if you want to see me make the little booklet out of the tea bags, and I've got a pretend leather cover for it, so that will be up next, so you can look forward to come back and see me, and I'll show you how I do this one. Okay, that's all for today. Thanks for again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye everyone.